Innovators Den. We here. We got Steven from Restore Kicks, right? Tell them.
Steve Old Business.
I'm Steve Old Business. This is formerly known as hashtag. Again, formerly known as hashtag Steve Old Business. And you got Steven from Restore Kicks.
At the Innovators Den.
At the Innovators
Subscribe
Den.
and
follow. Leave a comment too while you're at it.
We're here with Steven.
We're having a great time, guys.
So,
Let's
Crazy. We've been vibing all day today. Shout out to Luca. He was a residential artist. He had the blockchain center, and we had him on. And now we just, we're talking about that with Steven, right?
Yeah.
We're connecting with cool people out here today.
Restore Kicks,
Yeah, Restore Kicks.
Oh, are you officially starting? Or?
Yeah, so
tell us a little bit more about. We're starting. We're rolling.
Do it.
Tell us a little bit more about Restore Kicks, what you got going on, and what drove you to start Restore. What it is, honestly.
What?
Like what it is.
So Restore Kicks and the whole thing behind it is just I do sneaker restorations, sneaker cleaning, sneaker repair, as some of you guys know. A lot of people know me as Restore Kicks, but I do go by the name of Steven though. Yeah. So I first started was when I first got attracted to it was in the middle school actually, like between my lunch break. I would just kind of watch videos of people cleaning sneakers, right? I don't know. I found it interesting. I'm like, it's different. So from there, I kind of always watched it. I never really thought about it that it was going to be a business to where I have it now, right? But it began kind of in high school when COVID started. We were stuck in the house, and I just kind of was thinking, man, like, we were all stuck in the house. I didn't really do nothing but think and just kind of hop on the game, things like that. And I thought about an idea. I'm like, man, like, let me maybe start a business like this because I seen like not a lot of people were doing it. You get me? There was nobody really in my location, which is Elizabeth, New Jersey. If you guys are trying to holla at me,
Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah, but nobody was really doing it in my location. So I'm like, you know what? Let me stand out and let me do it because I'm gonna provide a service that's not in Elizabeth. You get me? Right. So I just first started off cleaning my brother's sneakers and my sneakers as well, and I'll just start posting that up on the page. So, that's when I began with Instagram. That's my first platform that I began on was Instagram, like I said, which is restore.kicks with a Z at the end if you guys are trying to find me. And from there, I was just posting before and after pictures. Like, before when it's all dirty, messed up, talk about the service provided. And then over time, I just started getting clients that were hitting me, what do you do? How does the process go? How long does it take? What's your prices and things like that,
So Steven, let's say I want to just start a sneaker repair because there's a lot of sneakerheads right now. People are investing top dollar into sneakers. Like they going into like StockX and like projects like that.
Gold and all that, yeah.
It's like a stock market for sneakers.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? So those people also buy products that they need to be restored, right? Mm-hmm. And you're that guy that everybody's been going to. And for you to build a business around that idea of restoring, that's sustainability, that's sustainable fashion.
Yeah.
Like you contribute to sustainable fashion.
Yeah, that's definitely because you can't walk around with dirty sneakers. I preach that a lot. Like, man, I go around and like, I'm like, hanging out with family and things like that. I'm like, yo, like, you need your sneakers to start. Cause like, you put on a nice outfit and then, like the sneakers thing is going to be like, it might throw it off a little bit. You get me? Especially depending if they're white shoes. Cause you know how white shoes are. You get me? Some sneakers don't look too bad, but.
Stain on it.
Yeah.
So how you would go like about anybody who's trying to start a restore business or tap into that market because it's like a new market, like
So it's an industry that's growing, yeah.
Got, a whole bunch of investment and they need to upkeep their sneaker collection and stuff like that. But basically now, how would you tell somebody else who want to do it?
Okay, so now let's, go back to when I first started. Now I'm going to tell you guys tell the people in the audience how to start this if you're trying to get into it, you get me? Definitely, like, it would be, you got to start up on some type of platform because if you could always go around, telling people and giving out business cards, which is definitely a good thing to do. But, with social media, how it is now, I definitely recommend just starting on social media. But it's easy. I mean, it's easy, but depends. It's not
easy. Everybody would do it.
Yeah. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But definitely, you got to get your base cleaner like we talked about before. Then you want to get your high-powered cleaner. And, you got to get some brushes. And then you just got to start getting the tools that you need for it. It's kind of like car detailing. You need tools and
at
equipment.
least clean your old sneakers and document that and then show the world how good you are at it,
Yeah, I have actually some videos up on my page, like with how-tos and things like that. So, like, back to what I was saying.
Comment, though, like, when you say base cleaner, what's a base cleaner?
So, quick shout-out to Angelus. I would say is a good base cleaner.
And where would somebody get that?
You could just go, like, on Angelus.com or just search up Angelus, like, shoe cleaner. You can find it on Amazon, things like that. you always want a base cleaner because, you know, with some high powered like cleaners, like the more expensive ones, it could ruin some shoes. You get me? And it's kind of like for shoes that you don't want it, that you want to use it that's like super dirty. But sometimes you just need a base cleaner, which would I recommend to everybody else would be like Angelus or something like that. You get me?
And you said after that will be what kind of
Like a high powered cleaner.
High powered,
So like
got
few brands out there just to point them out are like Sneaker Bar. There's Rejuvenator. Those are like two top brands right now. You know, when it comes to like chemicals and products and things like that. You know.
That's
You know,
giving out jewels.
Yeah, I'm giving out some gems right now. That I shouldn't really, but it's you know, I gotta give information.
But that's what
to
we're
them.
here. We're here to give information. You know, this is the innovators then where we all, you know, we talking to different innovators that are doing things from art, from business and sneaker cleaning. You know what I mean? Because they're all businesses and ideas that he took so he can like create, right, and maximize his time as a young adult. He's what? You're how old?
18. 18.
Come on,
And
guys.
then I
Like,
started
if you
this
guys are not
business.
trying to put your ideas together and run a business by now, like this kid is 18, and we want to now be able to tap into teaching communities or schools about how to brand themselves and go online and make
How to start
online
a business with
websites,
something that they're passionate about.
and understand how that works. So now they can like create the ideas from home and then grow within their communities.
Yeah, that's one of my main goals. Really, is also like another reason why I started the business because you know I'm thinking to myself, I'm so young, so what's stopping other people from, you know, they don't necessarily have to get into sneaker restoration.
What's stopping you?
What is stopping you though? Seriously.
What's stopping
On a
you?
real note, you know, we talked about this behind the scenes, like, you know, joking and things like
What's
that.
stopping you?
But you know, people are always talking about these.
Yo, Wally, what's
ideas.
stopping you?
People are always talking about these ideas and things like that, and you're like, oh, you know, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. But what's really like stopping you? You know, it's all really a
Carter,
mental
what's
thing.
stopping you?
You get me? It's all really like a mental thing when it comes to it, and it's why I'm trying to also put myself out there more so people can see like, yo, this kid is mad young and he's doing it. You know, he's running a business. Why can I not do it? You get me? Why can I? What's stopping me from?
Why do I feel
What's stopping you?
Exactly.
Luca, what's stopping you?
You know. And you know, like I do want to go back to the question that you asked me though,
Right.
with starting this business and how kind of where to start if you're a young entrepreneur trying to get into sneaker restorations, would definitely be just starting on your own sneakers, learning how to work with those materials first, because you know you don't want to. Worst thing that like could possibly happen in this business, you ruin a customer's shoe. You know that's going to be a very awkward conversation. So definitely do diligence, do your research. Maybe just work on your own sneakers and kind of start posting that as content first,
Right.
and then after that you're gonna start getting your clients. Things will start flowing better from there. You know, you want to, like I said, it's all about research when it comes to sneaker restoration, because you know once you see other people and things like that, you could kind of base your prices off of that way. You know, things like that for sure.
That's cool. Yeah, well, we've been doing good.
How do you deal like with customer service? Any customer issue like, hey, the shoes came back and these I don't like how they look, or I feel like they didn't come out exactly like I wanted them to.
So when I when I deal with customers, you know, usually I have a reference photo on how people like should send me pictures, because then that's gonna be the best estimate I could give you throughout, you know, phone to phone. And then if in person, you know, I might have to tell you a different price because, you know, you might have not showed me markings that you know I didn't see in the pictures. So let's say, you know, you're a client coming to me, you're gonna, you know, some people that just tell me, oh, what's up, bro? I'm looking to get these 2012 Concords restored or something. And I'm like, okay, what's up, man? Like, you know, send me some pictures. And then from
Black Concords.
Black, yeah. And they'll send me their shoes and things like that. I mean, they'll send me pictures. I'll give them a price code. Oh, that's fine. And then, you know, we go on how we're going to meet up. You know, what time, if they're going to be doing a shipping out, or if we're going to be meeting up in a public space. And then from there, you know, I take on the shoes. I tell them the turnaround time, which is usually my turnaround times is like 1 to 2 weeks, depending on what services you provide. Some shoes could take 3 days. Some shoes could take, you know, months. I recently had a shoe actually that took me about 4 months to finish. Wow. But that's because, you know, it's a restoration. You can't rush something like that. You get me? 4 months, yeah, it's a long time, but you know, I also have other orders I'm working on and things like that. But
What was it though? Like, what was the shoe?
it was a True Blue 3s from 2000, I don't want to say the wrong year because I forgot. But for example, like it came in the whole midsole stripped. This strip yellowing all up here, scuffs all up here. The whole shoe was just, it needed a whole makeover. And that's why I'm doing this, because I like doing it. Like it's like, it's crazy that I could do this with my hands. You get me? And I'm able to turn this shoe from this to that.
Craftsmanship, right?
Yeah,
Like, artistry,
you know?
like it's restoring something, and that's sustainable, right? That's sustainable mindset, you know.
Yeah.
And we need that.
Yeah, because, you know, you'll see a lot of people doing it. You get me?
And how do you market yourself?
Marketing. So first, like I said, I started off with Instagram. Then from Instagram, I just would like tell a lot of people. Like I was working my 9 to 5 job.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, oh, yeah, bro, word of mouth is key. Like, I thought it when people told me, I kind of put it to the side, but it's really, if you're putting out quality work, you're gonna get customers because that you're gonna tell him. You're gonna tell him, and then it's just gonna keep going. So when I was working my 9 to 5 and stuff, and I would see people. 'Cause that's what I'm trying to get out of. I don't want to be stuck there forever. You get me? So I'll see people. I'll kind of peep. Like after I'm giving them their their food. Excuse me. And I'm like, I restore sneakers and stuff like that. And it looks like your shoes. I could, give you some. I could give you some love on those shoes and things like that. Yeah. And we were saying information. Some people hit me up, some people not. But it's good just to get new followers and get new people because he might not be into sneakers like that, or he might not really want to get them restored, but he might know a family member. Or a friend.
The referral is very important. That's maximizing relationships.
Yeah, so that was one of my key ways of marketing. Definitely Instagram, just putting myself out there when it comes to Instagram Reels, just pictures before and afters. And then from there, I went to business cards. Business cards didn't really do me the best when it comes to that because I feel like a lot of people, they would like lose attraction quick. But I was always trying to just talk to people more face to face because then I could catch their attention more quick. But that was really my 2 ways of marketing when it came to putting myself out there. You get me? Mm-hmm. For sure.
2 billion ad clicks, 300 million YouTube views, providing advertising and marketing support to over 100 active clients. Get an average increase of 200% ROAS. It's not an end, but the beginning. Working with more than 10,000 global clients. Over 15,000 projects completed. Ambitious, expert minds creating customer-centered, data-driven strategies. We are not just a digital marketing agency. We are your partners. So let's thrive together. Amix Digital Solutions.
And what is like the biggest hurdle that you feel like?
When it comes to sneaker restorations, or that I went throughout the whole process?
As a business in general, like what is the biggest hurdle that you think that maybe like duplicating yourself or
Yeah, that is when you get a lot of like the workload is not easy. You're putting in a lot of hours. Like I'm talking about early mornings, late nights that people don't see. You get me? This is another thing I want to discuss. A lot of people don't see that. They see the results, but they don't really see the sacrifice and the time the time that you put into it. You get me, Steve? Yeah. So my biggest hurdle would definitely be my support system. I'm not saying I didn't have a lot of people supporting me, but it's just I felt and my that I didn't think, I didn't see the views I wanted to see. I didn't see the likes. So I'm thinking, damn, people are not seeing my work. I'm putting in a lot of time to the shoot, and then this video.
What also happens is that Instagram and all these different
algorithms,
they restrict some of that in inventory and impressions so they can sell it for
exactly. So that would be for me, it was one of my biggest hurdles because I would get in the mental a lot and kind of get in my head like, dang, is it really what I should be doing? Like, I'm not really seeing the amount of sneakers I want to get in my shelf. I'm not getting really people DMing me. So it's just at first starting up was like, one of the hurdles definitely that I went through. And then when it comes to just like working on sneakers, like a challenge is just, you got to have a lot of patience. It's not something that you rush because, like I said, it's a sneaker detailing is another word you could call it because...
If I was like your client, right, what's something you want me to know that usually they wouldn't understand? Like after they have an experience with you as, okay, there's something, the sneakers, now you have the sneakers in possession. Like, what's something you want them to know that you deal with that they might not understand? Like you said, the time you need to take to not mess up that.
Yeah, so it would be definitely that time. Like if you rush me throughout the whole process, it's gonna the shoe's not gonna get the outcome, because I'm doing this because I like to do it. You get me? So I make sure like I'm gonna provide the best service for you. So definitely time, and then I definitely like express to clients that your shoes will not come back like new. Right. Yes, this is sneaker restoration, sneaker cleaning, but I can't promise, if you're bringing me a shoe that's 10 years old, that is going to come back like you just got it out the box. You get me? Not all scuffs are able to be repaired, not all markings, not all stains, scratches, things like that. Like I do very good work.
How the sneaker you've cleaned? That you think
definitely would be the All-Fight Jordan ones. Definitely be the hottest sneaker I clean. Expensive wise, yeah, because those shoes run you about like $7,000. And then I've definitely cleaned a lot of designers before, like Dior, Balenciagas, Louis Vuitton. I believe those are like the three. Dior's is usually what I get though.
Right? Oh, that you restored, right?
Well, not really restored, but just more cleaning. People bring me to clean for cleanings and things like that.
All right, so that's how we doing.
Anything else that you want to tell the audience?
Yeah, I wanna say the next step, just to tell for other people is definitely I want to start working on my own product, my own merch and things like that. So I want people to be on the lookout for that.
Oh, you're gonna have a website, correct?
Yeah, I have a website. I have a
Everybody,
website
you
now.
need a website. If you think you don't need a website, you need a website because that's how you gather data and you gather information so you can retarget your actual audience. Like it's not about having a whole bunch of views.
If you don't have a website, people can't find you.
If you don't have a website,
search
a
for
website is your storefront, guys. So get a website. If you branding, if you're trying to do a business, you should have a website.
Google business.
Even if you're trying to like
business.
actually have a physical corporation, it's good to have a corporation set up so you could build business credit, and work into those things for your own finances and stuff like that.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you're not putting yourself out there, then you're not gonna get the numbers and the clients that you want to get if you don't have, like you said, a website, social media.
No one knows you're doing it. Like if I can't see that you're doing it, no one knows.
Yeah, and then if I can't see proof of like reviews of your work, then it doesn't matter. I might not trust you, things like that. But I'm on Google. You guys can find me on Google. You guys can find me. I have a website. You guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Those are like, you guys can find me pretty much everywhere. You can see the reviews, see the my work and things like that. And more just on the next step, like I said, was the products and things like that. And then if anybody wants to DM me on Instagram, like any questions, any advice on how to start more, and just so we could maybe hop on a one-on-one call. That's another thing I actually wanted to bring up was getting into like teaching a class, kind of doing like a course. So let's say you wanted to like learn
That's a good idea.
like more one-on-one with me. We schedule like a time
master
for
class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you could get information off videos and off podcasts and things like that, but it's better really learning it from the teacher, from the person that's doing it themselves. You get me? Because then you'll really get to know more information that you might not find online. You get me?
Yeah.
How do you go about your ad spend?
Ad spend.
Like,
So
how do you go do about promoting your stuff and
depends. It depends on how that month is doing, Because if I'm having a slow month, then that's when I go out to more promoting ads. But for example, like let's do an example. If I want to do like 10 days of my promoting my videos, it'll probably be like 200 to 250.
You better invest in yourself, guys. Like it doesn't work by itself. There's so much people, right? So you have to run ads at one point. You got to test it out.
Not just ads though. If you don't invest in yourself, then what's the point? It's like when it comes to anything though. Like let's talk outside of business. Just investing in maybe like hitting the gym or just making yourself look good. Yeah, because the thing is, if a lot of people they want sign out of their life and stuff, but they're not putting in that time. They're not investing time. They're not investing money into what they want. You want to grow a business. You're not gonna invest it without wasting money. You in business and stuff, you lose money, you make money. That's what I learned throughout the whole process. That I was scared to play with my money first, but it's like maybe this ad might not do the best, but I'm still getting myself out there. So then all that is gonna pay off sooner or later to where I want to get to like later in the future. When it comes to opening up a store and things like that. You get me?
So what about like networking? I'm sure that's pretty popular.
Yeah, networking. You wanna
I think that's probably the best way for you to grow.
Oh yeah, 100%. With networking, just like sneaker stores would be a good thing. Or you guys maybe even looking for somebody to restore sneakers, because the sneaker stores that buy used sneakers and stuff like that, they might be looking for somebody. You never know. But definitely sneaker stores, talking to people around there, because if you go to the sneaker store, it's gonna be people that are into sneakers. So look, what's up? My name is Steven. I restore sneakers. I'm based in here. You got any sneakers you need? Oh, not at the moment, really, no, but we could take down Instagram. Yeah. So then, boom, you just keep like networking from there. Yeah, but and then also a lot of ways to just make the connection would be I made connections throughout just my clients, because you came to me for sneakers, and I'm like, oh look, so you tell your friend come to me, and if he like restores his sneakers with me or comes to me as a client or whatever, you'll get a cleaning free or discounted, So then it's gonna you're gonna like, who doesn't like free things, son? You'll go tell. So definitely the connections would be a lot of I just made throughout just with clients, because we're very professional, but then we also just joke around, we check up on each other, because it's also just we're humans as well. You get me? So I'll just make connections through there. I made a lot of like great friends, and so far like I met a lot of great people, a lot of great friends, and a good amount of connections throughout the whole process of having the business and sneaker restoration.
One last thing. I want to go back to a question that I was asking earlier. Like, how would you scale your business? How would you scale it? So like to grow it to 10 people. Like how scale it in this?
So if let's say I'm starting off again, what I would redo would, instead of charging the people that I charged, I would have probably did the 10 first cleanings free. Yes, it's you're gonna be working for free, but then with those 10 people, you do good work, and you're gonna have them as a client. So that's already 10 clients off the gate.
Content for
Then you create content off that. You see, we're thinking the same.
use that content to create more audience.
Exactly. So I would do the 10 cleanings free, and then from there I'll just start. Then that's when I start my base price. Then I start scaling it, because then over time, it's like I said, once you keep posting the content, sooner or later people are gonna see you. It might. What I want to tell a lot of people, that this took time. I've been in the business for 2 years. Like you don't just grow this overnight. Like it's not just something you clean one sneaker and then you're gonna get to be the position where all the higher people, all the higher sneaker restorers are at, or higher sneaker companies when it comes to like people that have a store or sell products. It doesn't grow overnight. So, and that's where a lot of people they lose their motivation and then their passion for it, because they're like, I'm not growing, I'm not where I want to be. But what I want to tell the viewers is that it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of patience. But if you stick with the discipline, you're good. If you stay disciplined and consistent with it, you're going to get, sooner or later, you're going to get the results you want. It's a lot of sacrifice that, like I said, when it comes to anything besides just restoring sneakers.
Sprint, right? It takes time.
It's a big
Commitment.
Big commitment, like you said, with anything.
You invest in yourself. You commit to yourself. They're going to do something that should turn. Where do we find you?
So on Instagram, you can find me on Restore Kicks with a Z at the end. On TikTok, you can find me on restore.kicksnj. And then on Google, find me at restore.kicks. And then my website is also in my on my Instagram, like it's on my on the bio. So you can find me through the link tree. You can find anything. You can also find my Amazon equipment, the equipment I use if you're trying to start up a business like this. So it's definitely a growing industry for anybody that's trying to get into it. At first, like I said, if it's something that you like, that you're into sneakers and maybe want to provide a business and have a business to provide for other people, is what I meant to say. It's definitely a good business to get into. Like it used to be looked down upon before, but it's definitely a growing industry that I would recommend. Like I said, if you're into sneakers and things like that and fashion, then I would recommend getting into it.
Yeah, just like for someone like me, like if I want to just restore my sneakers, I would go to that master class and just learn it.
Yeah, and then also you don't even necessarily have to start a business off it.
That's what I'm saying.
Having a skill like that, the more skills you provide, the more valuable you're gonna be. That's just how it is. You get me? Like if you know how to do producing work, things like that. Like how you guys run with the ads and things like that. And
we the ones with the ads.
Yeah, like the more
MX Consulting Group.
MX Consulting Group, guys. If you need ads, you know where to go. But quick plug. But like I said, it's just the more skills you have, the more valuable it's gonna be. So having knowing how to restore sneakers, knowing how to cut hair, anything.
We'll definitely look out for that master class.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. So follow us on Instagram, the Innovators Den, formerly known as hashtag.
Steve-O Business.
Restore Kicks. You guys know where to find me if you need any work. I'm located in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Bookings are going to be closed for now until April 27th. But, if you're looking to get some work done, you know who to hit up.
Yeah, great. Let's wrap it up.
Peace.